Hello and welcome to another episode of Panzer Corps. This time we are trying to conquer the US on Manstein difficulty. And I've just finished playing this scenario, and yeah, this really is a tough fight. The American Air Force is bad as it is, but at 15 strength points, combined with the Navy and the force, that will be a rough landing operation, that's for sure. And once we've made it ashore, there are 15 strengths Pershings waiting. So this, has been a little bit tricky. And what you see here is our invasion force. That's not a joke. I deployed only very few units in order to limit the possible attack vectors. It's impossible to defeat or protect your landing operation if you deploy all your units. That's not possible, so we will deploy them later and hope we still make it in time. Since we're going to delay our landing operation, that shouldn't make a big difference. First, I tried to take, for example, this city by Fallschirmjägers and then deploy around here. The game doesn't want you to do that, and it wouldn't be very realistic, so I'm glad it doesn't work. You can buy and deploy units, but you cannot deploy your core units. You can deploy a core unit if you buy it, but you cannot deploy core units you already have. So, I think that's enough about the strategic situation. So this is our meager forces here, and that's the huge part of land we're going to conquer. And let's start right into it and see how it's going. First off, we have to get rid of this destroyer in the background here. 15 strength destroyers. With a little bit of luck, one shot your landing operation, so that's not a good idea to keep it there. Then we're eliminating. One moment. It really feels good to get rid of every single ship they have. Each and every one you take down gives you a good feeling, because that's hard work. And one capital ship less is a huge danger eliminated. Then next we're going to search for the submarine here, and we try to sink it. 8 damage, that's okay. Only 2 damage. So let's hope it doesn't invade. Got it. We would have one more shot, so it doesn't matter too much if it invades one time. And then we're keeping our fleet in a safe distance so it doesn't get spotted here. So what you do want is a nice corridor where the enemy navy can advance and you can shoot it to pieces, but you want to stay out of the action. Otherwise you're drawing a lot of fire, and this force cannot hold against the American Navy. Bring down the Fallschirmjägers. And that's the American turn already. They're bringing forward the fleet. But fortunately only some of their ships are moving. They keep a large proportion of their ships around here. And here comes the Air Force. Trapped the first fighter. And it's completely out of question to deal with them without trapping them. Yeah, and that looks really intimidating. So let's stop for a moment here. I positioned this transport in order to stop the advancing cruiser. If you know where it is, you know where it's going to move based on what it's seeing. And you can use this to, yeah, more or less trap them. The landing craft cannot ambush them, but they at least can stop them without getting shot at. And going for this in the back, yeah, it's not exactly fair because I wouldn't scout in the back, but it's hard enough as is. And yeah, so I think that's, you can try it without that if you want, but I can tell you will take losses here, and yeah, it will be difficult like it is. And next we're going to shoot at what we see, which is not much. We're not taking any losses so far, so that's great. Very important is to get rid of the submarines. Yeah, but the destroyers don't have a good day. And spotting a capital ship, spotting a cruiser, a destroyer. Get rid of what you see immediately, and now the way is clear. Can take a final shot at the submarine and it's gone, and the submarine is protected. That's very nice. And the light cruiser is gone. That's a big deal. So let's take a look how I'm positioning the fighters. I have deliberately positioned those inside, and those are out of sight range. Be very careful with those. Yeah. I bought a 6 fighter, so different to the other difficulties, we have one more fighter, but this one is not very useful. The only thing it's good for is finishing off units, so be very careful, do not catch it. 1 or 2 fighters can finish it off. Same here, protected, protecting those 2, and protecting this heavy cruiser. I had to move it in vision range. It's spotted by this radar tower, but this was the only chance to get rid of the destroyer here that was blocking my access to the submarine. So we had to position like this. If you can, yeah, it's okay. This way we can trap another bomber, so it's actually a good move. But usually I prefer to stay out of vision range completely, and you have to be careful. If you cross a certain line, I'm not sure where it is, but if you position your ships around here, you're going to draw this backup fleet here. If you don't do that, they will stay back where they are. So here they come. 1-shot kill. But that's the dangerous part. But with this layout they cannot do too much damage. Yeah. One strato fortress gone. Another bomber trapped. He does a lot of damage still, but another one trapped. So this must feel frustrating for them. Yeah, and here we go. Yeah, this wasn't too bad, but the second one would definitely kill it. So let's stop again and take a look. Still a lot of enemy aircraft here. So we have to destroy those that are exposed. But we have to be careful. There are 3 more here. And maybe another bomber, I'm not sure. But 2 fighters and a strato fortress. Yeah, they can... If we don't draw them to a place where we can deal with them, we're pretty much screwed. Yeah, but our fighters are doing a great job here. And we spot a lot of enemy ships here. But our corridor trap worked out perfectly, and I usually use the submarine to peek into here. And it also might draw a tactical bomber, and I'd rather have it bomb with my submarine than one of my transports. And you might have noticed I have withdrawn one of my transports here, because I want to have only one target here, because I have only one fighter left for protection. And you see, bomber plus fighter and 2 open targets equals death, so I did it this way. Yeah, couldn't get rid of this one. We have a lot of firepower here. Yeah, I couldn't get rid of this one, and I was just checking if I can do any damage, and nope, that's not possible. And what's more important, I cannot protect them. Those fighters, yeah, they would one-shot the Stuka, I guess. They never tried, but it's a little bit risky to deploy like this, because with 2 attacks they deplete the fighter cover and then they can shoot it down. There are juicy targets here, so always offer them something they cannot resist, and that's another form of like passive protection. Yeah, just checking if I can do some damage here, and I'm rearranging my ships here. Yeah, this one is still in vision range, but I withdraw my Stuka, not to risk anything. It's a hit and run tactic here. And yeah, and now I'm deploying the rest of my fighters. Sorry, my landing craft. And yeah, Strato Fortress trapped. And now, surprise, suddenly a lot of targets appeared. Let's pause for a moment here. And I decided to leave this open. These are only Gebirgsjägers, but I figured if they uncover this fleet, there are so much more juicy targets. So I built a second layer trap in the back and it worked out perfectly. And yeah, you have to watch out. Only those fighters with 3 experience are safe. Those with less, they can get shot down. So don't expose fighters like this one in a forward position. But they did go for the easy kill. And now it's our turn to win the war in the air. 4 fighters to take down this one. Mass attack bonus. So the damage we take is not too bad. And that's it. American Air Force dealt with. I was sending this one in blindly. Doesn't matter if you hit them with the first try. Because it... One moment. I want to stop because, like I said, if you don't expose your fleet too far in the south, those will stay. And you have a lot of time to shoot them down. So it doesn't matter if you send your bomber here or here or here. You will find them. This is a large fleet. So this wasn't cheating. I simply uncovered them at the first turn. But I didn't know the fleet was exactly here. Yeah, now we will bring our capital ships to the north again. We absolutely need them to suppress American armor and other targets. On Manstein, you need a lot of artillery, and since we don't have our artillery landed, the ships are, have to double up as artillery here. And now it should be safe to bring our landing forces forward. Scouting with the fighters. Those have no special order. Infantry in the front, so always offer cheap targets. And the part of my fleet I want to land here. There's always the possibility that the major reinforcements will be around here. So it's a good thing to hit them from the back. And here's another nice trick you can apply. If you have problems with the batteries, hit them with a level bomber. If it is an experienced one, one moment. Some water. It will drain its ammunition, and it has only a firing range of 3. So you will notice I'm deliberately staying back here with my ships and offering them a battleship and a carrier. They are heavily armored, so they can take a hit, and after that he's out of ammunition. I can bomb him without retaliation, and I can safely land here. Yeah, and as always, look for targets for your air force. Yeah, see, 4 damage on the carrier, but absolutely doesn't matter. Yeah, and this time they're reinforcing in the north. I'm really happy about that. Yeah, here they come. And now we can... Yeah, and that's rather unfortunate. Now would be very important to have nice weather, because now we have to suppress yeah, we have to destroy the fortress, we have to suppress the heavy weapons, infantries, while we are landing, and our bombers are very ineffective. So the cloudy weather at this moment, yeah, not great. Yeah, only 3 damage. But at least the fortress cannot fire. Once again, suppressing the Hellcat so that the Stuka can attack without getting hit. Yeah, and the ships can start to work on whatever targets you find. Yeah, now I want to cover as a large... Yeah, basically each single hex at the coast I want to cover to be as quickly as possible with the landing. And for example, this, they can only hit 1 target. So yeah, you have to go near it, so it doesn't matter. He will fire at 1 target anyways. Same here. Offering the Jagdpanther. I'm hoping they cannot destroy it, but yeah, ground units are not very effective at shooting at naval units, so I hope he will survive. And he's pretty much useless anyways, and a damage target is always a juicy target for the AI, so I hope to draw fire with this one. Yeah, once again, trying to find targets. Every damage they take matters. Yeah, and those naval weapons are pretty nasty. And they... Yeah, fortunately we landed in the forest. So the Persian got the beating here. Yeah, see. Not much damage taken. And I like to go in here with the destroyer, just to draw fire. Yeah, and meanwhile, we can start hammering down the fleet. That feels a little bit like Pearl Harbor. yeah, suppressing, so it surrenders. That makes the job easier. Takes a long time to take down 15th Ranks infantry. So we will see a lot of surrenders here, or forced surrenders. Yeah, and the fortress is eliminated. And yeah, we can safely land now. So this time the landing operation I'm very pleased with. This worked out pretty nicely. Very quick and efficient. We used this available space almost ideally, I think. Yeah, not much is happening right now. They're concentrating on the Jagdpanther. I can live with that. And once again, trying to hammer those ships. This fleet is still big, and we definitely do not want to trigger it. So all ships in the north, and they stay put. But now we are ready to push through the first line of defense. There's not much in our way, and we saw a lot of reinforcements around Washington. So glad I have all the ships here. That will greatly help in breaking through the defenses. We'll leave them alone for now, because we don't have the forces to go here. But we will have to get rid of this Hellcat here. It's blocking our landing operation, and I need the room to land. Yeah, cloudy weather again. So the bombers are not that effective. But I want another surrender here. It's a lot quicker. This way the Jagdpanther has something to do. And another surrender here. Saves me one shot. Yeah, and already starting to attack Washington. Very important to get rid of the naval warfare and the air defenses. Once they're gone, yeah, not much they can do. And our big heavy tanks, they can stand the ground here. Yeah, and very helpful plus range on my own naval warfare or rocket launcher. That helps. Yeah, and now I'm looking for any targets that might be still available. Most notable, this Hellcat. Unfortunately, not able to force a surrender here. But this way I have room to land here. Yeah, fighters on scouting duty, we detect nothing, so it should be safe to advance, I guess, and deploy like this. And like you see, Washington is already very vulnerable. And I think we will, yeah, let's do another turn here. Ah, here I found something. But unfortunately, this Stuka is too slow. And here comes the armored counterattack. Yeah, they are bringing everything they have. But I think that won't do them any good. Our attack simply is too quick. Yeah, attack. Always good for the artillery. Another surrender here. Like I said, that speeds up things considerably. And we have a lot of firepower concentrated. So Washington is pretty much ours. And I know where the enemy armor is. So superior scouting information here. So I'm not worried that they can reach me this turn, so I can deploy very aggressively here and yeah, use the time to harass them a little bit. And we also see that there's not much going around Richmond. It's very fortunate for us that we forced him to deploy rather in the south than here, because yeah, this is not protected, this is not protected, this is not protected, so we can easily pick them off. That makes things a lot easier. If you're too slow to take Washington and all those forces arrive to support while you're still fighting for the city, yeah, that's a different story. Then things get really nasty. But like that, can use our superior naval firepower to prepare attacks. Yeah, that wasn't very successful, but yeah, every little bit helps. And once again, yeah, the clouds don't help. But at least with the clouds, their anti-aircraft fire is not that effective. So you can safely attack with your fighters while the clouds are there. And you won't do much damage, but it's very unlikely that you get damaged in return. So I think we're going to finish this turn and then the American turn, and then we'll make a short break. So let's see how this plays out. Yeah, trying to make every single move and turn count with my fighters. Bringing up the heavy tanks. Then we have some shots left. Yeah, not much left of them. Yeah, and we have already scouted here, so we know there's nothing there. And with all those ships and artillery pieces and heavy tanks, yeah, they're getting overwhelmed. Manstein or not, that won't help them. Yeah, and very important, now we have our city in the south, and we can buy units now, or at least after we had it for 2 turns, I think. But that's very important. Since they reinforced in the north, most likely this city will be still open, this city will still be open. So if we are quick, we can block those 2. And yeah, hooray, absolutely no resistance in the south. And we can concentrate all our forces on Fort Knox and on eliminating those targets here. Yeah, and I forgot to deploy some of my units. There was too little space when I originally did it. And while I was testing if I can already deploy here, I noticed I have units to deploy. So more artillery is coming. But yeah, let's look at the Americans. Yeah, they are trying to defend. And they're doing some damage. But they have very little yeah, they cannot break my forces here. Yeah, they have very good intel on my forces actually. But they can do, yeah, they can do nothing here because their tanks are too slow and constantly have to reinforce. Yeah, but they're buying some troops here. Let's see where they did it. Yeah, we are not seeing it anymore. Guess somewhere in the south. Or around here, maybe. Yeah, doesn't matter. But now it's our turn. And yeah, let's take a look at the situation. It's turn 9. And yeah, the tricky part is already over. We managed to smash the American Air Force. The Navy pretty much is yeah, out of action. And the major targets in the north are almost taken. Those targets are very open. We already are in striking distance. We have spotted a lot of the advancing enemy armor and have them covered by planes. We can hopefully stop the deployment in the south. So I'm pretty confident we're on a good way here. But yeah, it was a tough fight. Looks easier when I'm watching that now, but it was tricky and I had to restart the thing a few times because, yeah, it is difficult to position yourself correctly and not to get smashed by the advancing enemy aircraft. So I came up with this deploy only a few ships strategy. The other way I was simply completely unable to protect my landing craft. So yeah, that's for the first part, and see you for the second one. Bye.